Sometimes, when you least expect it, an NBA game comes along to shock your senses. We had Hall of Famers imposing their will. There were embarrassing miscues from the other side. A big second-half lead that pointed to the inevitability of a road win by the better team. So how did we get here? The game hanging in the balance on a desperate half-court heave. If you haven't seen the whole thing yet, let's just let the final possessions play out because you simply couldn't believe the Lakers would hold a 5-point lead with under 13 seconds left and lose.
Hit it! That's exactly what you don't want. They're still 9-8. Oh, they throw it away! Kobe White got it!
But it still didn't seem real after the Lakers ran this nice sideline on a bounce play where Reeves spins on the catch and retakes the lead with a layup. No timeouts left for the Bulls and hardly any time left. But then they let Josh Giddey get to half court before seeing any pressure, allowing him to step into a 50-footer and do this.
Oh my God! I cannot believe this! Elizabeth, I'm coming, baby!
First off, just a great Sanford and Son reference by the great Stacey King, and if you know, you know.
You hear that, Elizabeth? I'm coming to join you, honey.
But let's examine how this all happened in the first place. Down 7 with less than 90 seconds left, the Lakers' win probability was in the high 90s. Huerter does a great job to reject the Vucevic screen, catching Reeves completely out of position. Great job to close the angle by Hayes, which forces Huerter to reconsider. Watch how LeBron is guarding Giddey and Luka was on Pat Williams. Luka does a good job to recognize he needs to switch to Giddey, but it's too late as Giddey attacks on the catch. No matter, Hayes is still there as the rim protector, up until the point Vucevic takes him out with a pretty legal screen. Now, is Reeves in legal guarding position? It's very close. Luka is upset, asking the ref how she couldn't see that screen, but that's not her purview as she's watching the ball handler and the defender. Did Reeves get there first? It's really close, and I'd say the benefit goes to the offensive player. But it's still a 4-point lead and they know how they want to attack in the pick and roll, so Luka goes to work on the ISO against Vucevic. The Bulls pinch in to plug any lanes to the hoop, so Luka settles for the step back midi. This is interesting because earlier in the game, as he started fading, he found the wide open shooter and Goodwin hits it. But in clutch time, it's his turn and the shot rolls out. Now the momentum is clearly with the Bulls, and as a defense, you don't want to give them anything. This is an automatic switch on a pick and roll between similar sized offensive players, but LeBron takes an extra step to show at Giddey, and that's all sharpshooting Huerter needs for this 30-footer, and now it's a 1-point game. This was fascinating to me. Up by 1 with the game in the balance and LeBron and Luka out there, they bury LeBron in the left corner, put Luka at the left hash mark, and let Austin Reeves isolate on their prime target, Nikola Vucevic. Now, Reeves was having himself a game, and we had seen him attack Vuce earlier and get a score, so he earned this opportunity. The defense is similar to the last possession, except watch how they're guarding Luka. There's more space for Reeves to get into his bag with a gallop cross, and credit to Vucevic for good defense, just better offense by Reeves, who's letting LeBron know, don't worry my man, I've got this under control. The Bulls run zoom action with the pin down into handoff for Kobe White, well defended as Vanderbilt and Finney-Smith switch it, so it flows into a pitch to Huerter where another switch contains everything. One more switch finally gets an advantage for the Bulls, as Finney-Smith simply cannot be attempting to step slide to keep in front of the speedy guard. LeBron correctly rotates over, but Luka does not sink down like he's supposed to, leaving Giddey open. Now, I don't think it was a great decision to shoot a lefty floater, and based on the result, Giddey probably doesn't think so either. And that was it, sports fans. 5-point lead after the 2 foul shots, and we're done here, right? Right? Well, we're never over until that buzzer sounds, which is why you need to go to these games and get the full effect. And the best way to do that is by using SeatGeek for all your tickets to concerts, sporting events, and the theater. Just check for the green dots. They let you know the price is a great value. It's the easiest app I've ever used to get tickets, and I've got the hookup. With my code BBALL10, you'll get 10% off of every purchase you make. So act now, since this offer may not last long. Hit my link, don't worry about being called a geek, That's cool these days. And enjoy all your favorite concerts and sporting events. Save 10% with my code BBALL10, and you'll see Billy Donovan draw up this set in the huddle. Herder will flare screen for Williams before curling around a Vucevic screen towards the corner. But all of this is false action to get it to white out top off another Vuce screen. Where it started to go wrong was here, when Vanderbilt and Finney-Smith screw up the switching, leaving no one on Vucevic. This left LeBron guarding two players, but he was slow recognizing Reeves was getting back to the wing, and huge props to Vucevic for making a one-timer to Williams, ensuring no one was getting to him in time to cut the lead to 2. And giving up a good look from 3 was not surprising, considering the Lakers got outshot in both percentage and total makes by a significant margin, primarily because they kept getting caught helping one pass away, enabling one of the easiest passes and shot actions to happen several times, which was the only reason the Bulls were in this game in the first place. That said, the Lakers are the 8th best team in defensive three-point percentage, so perhaps this isn't a systemic issue, but the Bulls certainly made them pay. And here's an area they better be concerned with. It's not like they weren't anticipating the press, since both Reeves and Luka line up to get open in the backcourt. And they know the Bulls have to foul to stop the clock before they get it past half court, essentially. It was just this dying quail of a pass LeBron throws to an open Reeves that allows Giddey to steal it. Now, this almost looked like a called play the way White is immediately behind the three-point line ready to shoot and make this shot before the Lakers could even react. The crowd is going crazy. We've got lavender shirt Pecs guy running around like the original super fan from the 70s. We've got LeBron sitting there feeling like he's the bad kind of GOAT. But JJ still has some tricks up his sleeve. He split cuts Vincent and Finney-Smith to occupy the defense, and don't forget, when you screen for LeBron, you're usually the guy who's going to be open, so Reeves sets the pin down knowing they'll switch it, and is instantly cutting towards the ball. Pat Williams is also trying to step side and stay in front, but that's not going to work as Giddey is late with the help rotation, and now the Bulls are stuck with no timeouts left, 3 seconds on the clock, and I know it's chaotic and things are happening fast, but you have to have somebody on defense on the inbounder. Not even to be that close to him, but enough where he can't just take a dribble and then step into this 50-footer this easily. Even still, LeBron gets a hand up. The likelihood of anyone making this is less than 10%, and yet it looks like Giddey has been hitting these in his sleep. Perfect back rim and down make as he is able to use his momentum on a split-foot launch and then float towards the basket to generate plenty of power. And now the Lakers have lost 6 of their last 10 games with only 9 games left.
Bonehead.
And need to figure out how to get back to that Luka LeBron magic they were enjoying not that long ago. But hey, I'm glad we got this one, since it goes down as one of the all-time craziest endings ever, right up there with Reggie Miller's 8 points in 9 seconds and the Bulls-Jazz 1998 Finals. Thanks to the Lakers and the Bulls for putting this together for us, and let's hope this is just the beginning of these types of games heading into the playoffs.